So today we are going to demonstrate how Wireshark works internally and what are the switches available in that so that we can find or do different kind of scans on a given victim mission or target mission. And before diving into the topic, I want to explain few protocols which are really being used in nmap like you can see here ICMP protocol. It is Internet Control Message Protocol, and we have TCP, UDP, ARP protocols. Let's see one by one. First of all, ICMP protocol. It stands out like Internet Control Message Protocol. It is used in a network layer, and its main use is like to find out the any errors while in the communication process. You know, uh, IP itself can't identify the any errors or any communication issues while communicating with different host. So ICMP is used in the IP suite. Okay, and mainly in ICMP, we have two things error reporting and operational queries. Error reporting means when data packets cannot reach their destination due to any issues like that, suppose unreachable host or timeouts, fragmentation errors like that, then the um, host sends the ICMP packet to the sender. So sender can figure out what errors is being occurring and how to handle those things will done by the sender after receiving ICMP packets. Yeah, coming to how it works. ICMP packet, I mean ICMP protocol is connectionless like UDP, not like TCP. TCP is a connection oriented type. UDP is connectionless. So ICMP is like a connectionless. It doesn't require any handshake to perform the operations. Okay. Yeah, I see messages are encapsulated within the IP datagrams. Yeah, that means consisting of IP header followed by an ICMP header payload. Okay. So ICMP packet itself don't go. It goes followed by the IP packet, right? Yeah, as we discussed that devices send ICMP packets when encountering errors such as unreachable hosts, expired time to live, or routing issues like that. And then a network diagnostics. Few tools like traceroute, ping. These things are work by using ICMP packets only. All right. And we have few types. Before that, let me show you the ICMP packet header. This is the header. Okay. So coming to type, this type is nothing but like what kind of error is being occurred is known by this type only, and code gives additional information about the type, and checksum is nothing but the errors, any errors is available or not in the given this header is find out by using this checksum only. All right. Send the type of error occurred by using this type numbers. Type 0 means not only for errors, and also it is used to check whether the host is available or not. By using type 0, it asks the, I mean sender asks the receiver, are you there or not, by using this type 0. Type 3 is for destination unreachable, like that. Suppose if we got any packet with the type 3, that means the destination is unreachable. And specifically if you want to know, then we have to check the codes within the type. Okay, within the type, if type is 3 and suppose the code is also 3, then we can say that destination port is unreachable, right? Or if code is 1, we can say that the destination host is unreachable, like that. So that is how ICMP packets are used to find out the errors or to communicate whether the host are up or not. Okay, I can mention these links in description. You can go and find out If you want, you can learn more things. Yeah, that's it. Then TCP. TCP is it is also protocol that is used in transport layer. Actually, it is connection oriented. To establish a TCP connection, first of all, the host should both the host should um, connect each other with a three-way handshake. So like this, and this is the header format of TCP. By using these pointers, these flags, nmap uses these kind of flags to probe the request, to probe to send the probes to the receiver, the victim mission, and by um, getting the response back from that receiver, it analyzes that and give results about the port host, whether they're up or not, what kind of ports are present, I mean open, like that. We have mainly six flags here: fin, sin, reset, and push, ack, and urgent pointers. So that is about the TCP. Now let's see about UDP. UDP is a connectionless protocol. Like, it doesn't connect, it don't care whether the packets are going correctly or if there is any errors or not. It doesn't care about the receiver you take or not. It just sends the packets. Okay, this is the header of the that UDP protocol. Okay, UDP is a header, this one. And mostly there is nothing much to discuss here. We will discuss later in the demonstration. Okay, and lastly we have ARP. ARP is address resolution protocol. Well, it is used in a local area network. Okay, and then it is used to translate the IP address into MAC address. And in coming to nmap, we use ARP to discover the host, whether the victim is present or not. So let me demonstrate you how the nmap works. I'm using here two virtual machines. The red Spider-Man wallpapered virtual machine is going to be our victim, and the black Spider-Man is going to be our attacker machine. Okay. Uh, I will demonstrate this session by using white shark, so that you can know what is going behind the nmap. All right. See, uh, by hiding the flags and that commands is easy, but and that makes a script kiddie, right? We should know, as a ethical hacker or a cyber security enthusiast, we should know the thing. So how is working behind the tools, not the tools itself. Okay, tools can change, but the working process behind those tools will not almost changes, will not changes. Now let me open the Wireshark. I'm opening the Wireshark in victim mission, so that we can see what things are coming in that victim missions interface. Because it is important to know from the victim's perspective, because then only we can know what he will see. So now let's check whether the host is up or not. We use the flag minus sn or hyphen sn for that, right? Yeah, that's working. See, sn uses the ARP protocol. You can see here. Let me make it wide. So this is the source, that is our black Spider-Man attacker missions. Since it is in the local area network, both are in the same network. The source is mentioned here with the MAC address. Okay, and it broadcasted with using ARP protocol, like who has the this IP address. Then our attacker machine with with the attacker's MAC, it sends to that destination MAC address that with the ARP protocol itself, that this IP address is at this MAC address. Okay, that is how SN works, and we can use that SN without using ARP also. Let me show that for you. Suppose if you are both are not in the same network, that red that our Spider-Man, both Spider-Mans are not in the same networks. I mean, attacker and victim. Then we use one thing, that is we can disable the ARP. That is by using this command, disable ARP ping. See, you can see here that before that, let me just filter out our Wireshark packets with the attacker's IP address. Okay, so that you can see perfectly what's happening. Otherwise, you will get other packets that is not required now. Let me perform this one more time. Yeah. So we just disabled the AirPip ping command. Now it uses the ICMP protocol, not the ARP protocol, right? Yeah, you can see that here. Nothing is with the ARP protocol. Everything uses the ICMP protocols or TCP protocols, right? So by disabling the ARP ping command, you can find out whether the host is up or not. So that is the thing. So now let's see how many types of port scanning methods are there. Now let's discuss about the TCP connect scan. Okay, I'm following this sheet to explain you. I will give these links in the description. Don't worry. Okay, so you can also find out these things. No one will remember everything, right? So we also have to check these things. So we are going to discuss now this TCP connect port scan. Okay, by default, without privilege, we can use this. I mean, without sudo, we can do this scan. Okay, that means why? Because since it is a TCP full connect scan, OS can allow it. So no need to craft any other kind of things. But default, we can do that. That is the thing. So let me do it without sudo. And there are no ports available in the machine. Let me open one port. Let's say 9000. So this port will be listening on 9000. All right. Now let's perform that TCP full connect scan on that port, just on one port, so that we can understand the things perfectly. If we perform the actually by default, nmap can do on most 100 ports. Sorry, not the 100, on the 1000 ports, I guess. Yeah, 1000 ports. Okay, but by observing those many connections in white chalk, that will be messy. So I'm going to use only this one. So by using this flag hyphen small p and a port number, so the scan will be performed on that specific port only. And if we want up to from 9000 to suppose say 10,000, we can do like this. Or if you want total, there are 65,000 around 65,000 ports, right? If we want all those ports should be scanned, then we can use like this hyphen minus sorry, hyphen small p hyphen, like that. But we are here only, we want to perform on the port 9000, so let's do that. Sorry, we performed on the wrong host. It's 85, not 86. So see, here the packets captured in the victim machine. Yeah, first the, this is our attacker's mission IP, right? So at the interface of the victim machine, it captured this first packet with the source address and a destination address. And the protocol used is TCP, and the packets, the flags which are sent, which are kept is first SYN packet. We know that in TCP connection, three-way handshake would have done, right? First of all, I mean in the beginning of the connection, right? So the first thing is it kept this SYN flag. Uh, yeah, it kept that SYN flag, and after that, our victim machine responded. See, destination source port is 85, and the destination port is 10.121 2.40. So packet from source, from victim machine to destination machine, that is a 40. I'm saying the last octet dot 40, right? That is the victim machine. The TCP connection, TCP packet is sent with the flags SYN and ACK. Okay, so our victim, first of all, our what is that? Attacker machine send, I want to connect to your port. Then it says, okay, fine, let's connect. Then our victim machine says third packet from, let me make it wide. Yeah, from third packet from this from, I mean from our attacker machine to the victim machine 85. Yeah, but from our attacker machine it just kept the, no, I don't want to connect. So it just reset means it's closing the connection. It's no, I don't want, like that. And with acknowledgement it sent. Okay, that is how TCP connect scan works. Now let's perform the UDP port scan. Sudo nmap hyphen yes. For UDP scan you should keep capital U, and the target address 2.85. So see here, I didn't specifically kept one port. So it's scanning the top 1000 ports, right? But we don't need that, because see how messy it is. For beginners, it shouldn't be like that. I mean, but you can learn one thing from here, that you can see that UDP uses the ICMP and UDP packets, UDP protocols. First of all, our victim machine, sorry, our attacker machine sends a UDP packet to the victim machine. Then our victim machine sends the ICMP packet. If the port is open, okay, it receives the packet and don't replace to that UDP packet. Okay, so our nmap can realize that the port is open. If it sends the ICMP packet, we know that ICMP packet is used to send when any errors occurred on that situations, right? So when the port is closed, it is unreachable, right? Port is closed means port is unreachable, so it sends the ICMP packet back to the our attackers mission. So that is why we are seeing ICMP protocols here. You can see that. See, those UDP packets are first sent by the our attacker mission to the ports, top 1000 ports, and then the ports send back the ICMP packets if they are unreachable, if they are closed. like that. If any firewall is there or if the port is open, then we don't get those packets, because firewall will just filter out and just drops the packet, so we don't get any uh, message back, any ICMP protocol back. Or if the port is open also, the port won't send any ICMP packet, because ICMP packet is for unreachable purpose. Not only for unreachable, specifically we are sending UDP packet first. Okay, so the port is reachable, so it don't care, it just ignores the packet, UDP packet. And you can observe here, by default netcat will open the port with a TCP connection, not with UDP. So we can expect that here the result would be like there will be no ports available with the UDP specified one, right? Because it's a TCP one, so UDP won't find out that. So it's not going to happen today. See how many packets, and I'm not going to explain the full every each and every flag of the nmap. Flag is nothing but these things. This U S T. Okay. Because I just want to show you how nmap works with basics only. Because it would take so much time. I'm not going to do any boot camps, right? Just want to show you how nmap works, what kind of protocols basically it uses, how things are working under the hood. Okay, just like that. If you want to learn more, you should set up your own lab like this and do some things on your own. Then only you will understand how the things are happening, how things are working. Otherwise you don't get, just by adding those flags and those commands will get you nothing. Okay, so understand the things how they're working in deep inside. Understand the system first, how it's working, then only you can break, not just by harding the tools itself. For that you have to set up your own things. You should learn how virtual machines run. You should know how to set up both things on the same network, how to make them communicate. By that process, in that process you will learn so many things. Finally happened, guys. It took almost 1,000 seconds for 1,000 ports, and said 1,000 ports are closed. And you can notice that here we opened the port 9,000, but it's still showing the 1,000 ports are closed. Suppose let's say uh, let's perform the scan on the port 9,000 itself. See, it is closed, but we opened here, right? Because this connection is TCP by default itself, but we performed here UDP. That's why we got closed. Okay. What happens if we opens or turn if we open, sorry, if we turn on the firewall, what would we get? Let's see that. Let's say 1,001. See, uh, open or filtered, because it don't know whether the packet is because we get for the port 9,001 open or filter, because the firewall just dropped that packet. It didn't send to the victim machine. Our victim machine don't know whether the packet is dropped by the opened port or by the firewall. So it says open or filtered. It may be opened. I mean, the port may be opened, or the it was filtered by the firewall. Right. Now let's just see how stealth scan works. Stealth scan means there will be low chances of attackers recognition in the victim mission, but attacker can be visible to Wireshark because Wireshark is kept capturing packets at victim mission interface of NIC network interface card. So Wireshark receives each and every packet that interface receives. Okay, but the stealth scan is said stealth because the logs of the system victim won't logged because stealth scan. Let me show you. It happens. TCP scan happens by using these three methods. I mean, by using these three connections, by this three-way handshake. But in the stealth scan, first victim mission got this SYN packet. I mean, attacker sent this SYN packet. Then he say, our victim mission, if the port is open, okay, let's connect. So TCP client, I mean victim, okay, I will connect, it will say, but our victim attacker won't connect to that. So that by that, I mean by not sending this specifically this ACK packet, finally what happens means this connection won't logged in the system logs of the victim mission, so it is called stealth scan. That is why. So let's perform that. For stealth scan we should use a sudo and flag is small as capital S and the attacker mission IP address. What is IP address? 10.121.2.85 and the port is 9000. I don't want to waste time. So see, let me open it wide. So our attacker mission sends to destination mission, victim mission, TCP connection with let's connect. Then attacker mission, okay, let's connect. It says okay, let's connect by sending the SYN and ACK packets. I mean those flags. But our attacker mission, no, I don't want. I don't want the connection with you. It just sends the reset packet. Sorry, reset flag. So by this, the system, this attacker mission, sorry. So by this, the victim mission won't locks the connection. So that is why it is called a stealth scan. All right. And we got the packet, that port is opened. Now let's learn about the ACK just TCP ACK port scan. So you can see here we got unfiltered, not either the port is open or closed. We just got filter or not filtered. Suppose let's say 9001. The port is filtered because uh, I only allowed port 9000 is allowed to connect with any other IP addresses or any other missions. So that is why. So see, I only allowed by the firewall to connect to that 9000 port by any mission from anywhere. So by using that port, when we scanned from the attacker mission, we got the unfiltered state using the ACK. How ACK is worked? Let me show you. First, our machine sends the ACK package directly to that port. You can see this here. This is blue line. Okay, from attacker mission sends to destination mission TCP ACK packet. and the ACK is used to send after the two packets. First we should send a. You can I can show that here. See, ACK is used to send after the after the two packets. First one is a SYN, after that a SYN ACK, then we have to send the ACK. But what we done here is we directly send the last packet to the server, to the victim machine. Victim machine confused and said reset. That is what happened here. You can see the victim machine 85 sent to the attacker machine 40. The reset, see here RST, reset flag with a reset flag. Okay, that is how ACK is used. ACK is mainly used for the firewall detection, whether the firewall is allowing or not. Okay, like that. If firewall is allowed, it says not filtered. Firewall is not filtering the packet. If it is filtering, it will show filtered, like that. Before we discussed whether the port is up or whether the host is up or not, right, by using the flag SN, right. Now let's discuss whether the port is up or not by disabling host scan. When nmap is performed, mainly two things occur. First one is host discovery, and then it performs the port discovery. Before we already discovered that host discovery without port discovery, that -sn is used to discover the host without performing port scanning. Now let's discuss the port scanning without host discovery. If we are that uh, confident that the host is up, particular host is up, we don't need any host scan by sending ping or ICMP packets. We can directly send the uh, TCP packets, UDP packets without host discovery, right? For that we use the flag PN, capital P, small n. Let me perform that on port 9000. Yeah. By default, it uses the TCP SYN scan for port scanning purpose. Okay, so you can see that here. Yeah, our attacking mission sends to the destination, I mean victim mission, TCP connection. So directly performed the port scanning by just sending the let's synchronize. I want to connect to you, and our attack victim mission. Okay, connect if the port is opened. If the port is not opened, we don't get the SYNAC from the victim mission to the attacker mission. It will just say, let me show that to you directly. Suppose 9001 is not open and it is filtered to. Let me disable the firewall so that we can examine the how ports are, how closed port is behaving. So from attacker machine we send three packets. It sends three packets. See, and here you can see the port we are scanning. In that packet we scanned for 9001, right? So you can see here destination port. From the port 6000 something, this is the attacker's mission ports. It sends three packets from three different ports. So it sends this in packet, and our closed port in victim mission sends reset hack. These flags are used. No, the port is closed. It says that port is closed. So we got here the port is closed, right? So that is how the port scanning is done without host discovery. When we will perform this, when we are confident that host is online or host is there, and we directly perform the port scan by using this flag.